You cross me, my mind shuts down and I can't compete. My body's shaking and I'm scared to say just how I feel. Gotta turn on that noise so I can make the right choice. I need to know, as if you won't listen, I might just have to go. I want to leave this all behind. Can we close this door for peace of mind? 'Cause I'm not the one to scream and shout, and you don't want to talk this out. And I don't want to lose me, so I need to choose me. Choose me. So I need to choose me. Choose me. I really need to tell you the truth. Your talk is cheap, but your words cut deep. Don't you understand that you're bringing me down till I'm stuck on the ground? I need to turn on the noise so I can make the right choice. I need to know, can't this be different? Or should I let this go?
I haven't seen this opening in a hot... Wow. It feels good. It feels good to finally see that opening again.
Feels like we're home, guys.
It feels good. Dante, Jaguar, how the both of you doing? We are back. Episode 95. We took a it's hard to believe, but we took a 3-month hiatus from the show. A lot of crap happened that we're not going to get into. But you know, I think it was rough for, I can speak for the three of us when I say that holidays sucked. I don't know. Well, okay. You know what? Let's take a step back. Okay. I was going to say, I don't know if the holidays sucked for everyone. The holidays sucked for me, but I will say, like, just the end of the year was just kind of crappy. Beginning of the year, not off to the best start, but in reality, we can only go up from here. That's what I keep on telling myself is like, you know what? Like, it was rough, but it's a new year.
It's like life is like a graph. You know what I mean? Like this like it spikes. It goes up and down, up and down, and down. But it never goes flat. It's always going like an upward trajectory.
It always goes
up and down. So that's how life is, Adam.
I feel it.
Getting better.
Yeah. I feel that. So. Yeah, and it's only, you know what, I feel like it's starting to look up. I think it is. I feel like it is kind of starting to look up. So that's good. But we are back. We took 3 months off, and in those 3 months, holy crap, a lot happened. Way too much for us to talk about right now. Way too much. There's no way we're going to be able to cover every piece of information that we missed in the past couple months. We have a lot of stuff to review. Things off the top of my head: The Penguin, Venom, Craven, What If, Creature Commandos, all these other things that we have. Like, I haven't seen a few of them yet, but when we do, we will review these. We will review. All right, when all of us watch it, we will review these because we have to stamp it as a comic nerd approval. And we have a whole bunch of Marvel news, a whole bunch of DC news. But for today, what's going to happen is, because we took 3 months off, we're actually just going to kind of baby step into this again. We're going to reintroduce the comic nerds, right? As Andrew said, which was a good way of putting it. You guys know us as the comic nerds. You know, you are familiar with us, but it's been a while. And I think we just kind of need one episode just to kind of talk about the big things, talk about the ones that I think that, or we think that is going to be a good topic, good conversation starter, the bigger pieces of news. And then after this week, we'll start to ease our, like, this is the ease our way. This is kind of like dipping our toes in the water. And then we'll start getting back into the swing of things the next episode. I got some plans. I got a new background that I'm going to have for the next episode. We're going to have a new setup, new everything. So it's going to look real good. But yeah, guys, as always, we start the episode by asking how are you guys doing? How have you guys been?
Doing good. It's been all right. it's been all right so far.
Yeah.
Rough start to the new year, but things are picking back up, like you said. So, just looking forward to the next day. Hopefully, a better day. That's all. Yeah, but it's been steady. It's been steady.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shane.
Survive the fires.
Good.
Still
Yep.
going on. Hopefully it doesn't get any worse, but less cloudy, full of smoke and bad air. So like it feels better now waking up.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rough start to the new year, but I will always be hopeful.
Mm-hmm. It's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's all you can do,
Yeah.
Which leads me to one piece of information that I think we should just kind of address and we should say, but I think that we all want to kind of just extend thoughts and just have and ask you all to just kind of keep in mind what's going on in California right now and these fires. They're incredibly brutal. I'm not entirely sure how much you guys know about these fires, but it has been really unfortunate, and there's multiple. It's really difficult for them to get out. There's a lot of just destruction and damage that has happened. Unfortunately, some deaths, but I'm not entirely sure how many. So, with that in mind, we do extend, and we just hope that everyone is doing well, obviously including Shane, during these times, and that everything is okay. So, just kind of keep that in mind, guys.
Yeah, it sucks. I already know one or two people who've lost their homes from it, and I don't even know how do you pick up your life from that.
Yeah,
and like it's kind of heartbreaking to see because like a lot of these tragedies you see online, and you feel bad, and well wishes and stuff like that, but it's like being close to it and then like know people affected by it, like absolutely breaks your heart. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, it's
but
one
they're
thing.
safe, and that's really what that matters.
Good. Yeah, it is one thing to. Yeah, it's one thing to hear about it. It's another thing to actually witness someone going through it. So, but yeah, we do want to just keep that in mind, guys. On a positive note, Andrew, you got a cat, didn't you?
Oh yeah, can I see him?
I did have that. He's playing with my sister right now. Yeah.
Selfish.
Yeah.
Selfish.
And last time he was up here when I was chatting with some friends on Discord, he was knocking over everything in the background here, and I was like, I'm not having that during video calls anymore. It's cute, don't get me wrong, but he's a handful right now. Yeah.
That's awesome.
He's a big boy.
Mm.
Yeah.
Nothing compared to what you're going through, Adam, but yeah, I've lost sleep. I do, but the only I think like the obvious difference is that I'm walking out of this scarred. Like I have a lot of scars on my body, my
Physically.
face. Yeah. How he wakes me up for me to feed him, because he sleeps above my head. He loves sleeping above my head. So how he wakes me up, he claws like my head, and then I wake up from that. Yeah. So I have like scars.
Eventually he'll learn not to use his claws on you.
Yeah.
You gotta emphasize the pain that is causing you, so he knows.
I got so frustrated one time when he did that. I did what he did to me. I didn't claw his face, but like he because I try to like swipe his paw, his adorable cute paws, but like I try to swipe it away, and he bit like the side of my hand, and he bit hard. Like he was full of energy. So I got so frustrated. Like I grabbed his paw and I kind of bite it back, but not hard. I didn't bite it hard. I just did like a little like a little chunk. You know what I mean? And he looked at me. He's like, "Huh." I guess I'll never. Ever since then, when he bite me now, when he just playfully bite me. It's not as hard anymore. I'm like, okay, he got it. He got the point. Yeah, I can bite too. I can bite too, Snow. I can bite too.
Yeah, that's how you teach them right there. Hard lessons, baby.
Yeah, but yeah, it
doesn't apply to you, okay? Don't do that.
I can't do that kind of stuff. No.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if Christopher start throwing fists,
he's like squaring up, bro. He literally will. So he'll just lay down, and then I'm talking to him. I'm like, oh hi, and he'll smile, and now he starts doing little giggles, which is contagious. So I just want to make him giggle more, but he still hasn't fully comprehended what that is. So he's not like he'll giggle and he'll like, but then he'll be like, oh, what the hell was that? But like sometimes he'll be in a real good mood, and then all of a sudden he'll just be like, ha ha, and then he'll just go like this, and I'm like, what the fuck? And it's like, I'm like, all right, whoa, hey, back off, dude. Like, and then he just
He
hits it.
startles himself.
Yeah,
Fight or
he just
flight, baby.
goes in. He's like, yo, what the hell? Sometimes like, oh, dude, one time I was holding him, and sometimes he just likes to be cuddled. So like, you know, he won't want to be on the bassinet or anything. So like, I'm just trying to like cuddle him. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, like he'll fall asleep. Sometimes he just needs help falling asleep. So I'm cuddling him, I'm holding him, and he's about to fall asleep. He just goes, and then all of a sudden he jolts himself back up and starts smacking me. And he's like, and I'm like, what in the world did I do? I thought I was helping you sleep. And he was like, and then I had to stand up, and then he was fine. I will say, holidays, Christmas tree saved our lives. We are not taking that Christmas tree down the entire year because he loves looking at.
Is that like his home base? Yeah, like
he loves looking. Yeah, like anything. Like he'll
center
come down.
point.
Yeah, I'll put him down. I have maybe a good 10-15 minutes of time before he starts getting fussy again. But I'll just put him on like a rocker and just put him in front of the tree, and he just stares at the tree. He's just chilling. He's just watching the lights. So he's been great, but it is a lot. But yeah, guys. So a lot's happened, and like I said, we'll get into it right now. But we just are gonna kind of talk about the most important things, or like some bigger topics. Fly through some of these conversations that are a little bit important. I want to talk about it, but we don't have to spend a lot of time. Just a little bit of information, being like, that's kind of nice. And then we have some trailers. These are some big trailers that have come out over the past couple of weeks. So we are going to, obviously watch these trailers, get right into it, and talk about the future of DC and Marvel. And that'll be what we talk about today. And then, next one will be a little bit more involved, and we'll see what we can do. And then we have to think of something for the 100th episode. So, but yeah, let's just get into it, guys. So first, obviously, sad. This happened a while ago, but Liam Payne died. Oh, I see the cat.
Yeah.
Liam Payne passed away. I think he overdosed. Age 31. So yeah, it was unfortunate. That was really crazy to hear, but he has unfortunately passed away. There's the kitty, and yeah. So rest in peace, Liam Payne, and yeah. And then that's the only sad news. And then literally we're gonna go right into our next trailer, right into our first trailer. So our first trailer, guys, is where is it? Come on. There we go. So our first trailer is Karate Kid Legends. I don't know if you've seen this, but it has Jackie Chan and it has Ralph Macchio, and they are making another Karate Kid, but I'm curious on if they're gonna have what's his name? Will Smith's son.
Oh, Jaden Smith.
Jaden Smith.
I'm
curious if they're gonna.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, but he doesn't show up in the trailer. So let's just watch the trailer. It's a very interesting trailer. We'll get right into it now, and let's talk about it.
Our traditions are rooted in history. Kung Fu, karate. The tree grows strong.
You knew Mr. Miyagi?
I did not come looking for Sensei Miyagi. I came looking for you.
It's coming out soon.
Oh.
In life, you have only
Is this a
one
sequel to the
question.
Jaden Smith one or the Karate Kid one?
I think it's a sequel
it
to the
worth
Karate Kid
fighting for
one.
it?
But Jaden Smith, I don't really know because there's no Jaden
no.
Smith. We have no idea where he is.
Lee
I don't know who this kid is.
means to me what you meant to Sensei Miyagi.
I'm doing this for all of us. Whatever it takes. 2 branches, 1 tree.
Huh.
Yeah. So I guess like legends, like I wouldn't really call Jackie Chan a Karate Kid a legend. Like obviously Ralph Macchio is a Karate Kid legend. Definitely not Jaden Smith. But I'm curious on if they're gonna bring him in because they are combining both worlds. So like
Yeah, plus, I mean, like, it seems, because he was saying, like, that kid means to him, like, Mr. Miyagi, like, Daniel-san made for Mr. Miyagi, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like, he has, like, a proper disciple that's not Jaden Smith or whatever.
yeah, I'm wondering if he's maybe like related to him or like what this kid why he's important because they don't just train anyone. You know.
I'm also curious, because it's like, because Jackie Chan, his Karate Kid, took place in China, didn't it?
Yep.
Like, what's he doing in the U.S. now? You know what I mean? Like, it's a whole thing that happened, I guess, that brought him to the U.S. and then he got a student from it. I'm like, geez, okay.
Was he in China? No.
Yeah, he was because Jaden was like having trouble.
No,
with,
I know Jaden was in China. Was Karate Kid?
No, Karate Kid was in
LA.
Karate
Kid, I don't. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, that was in the U.S. Yeah, but I'm saying like because it's all connecting it, so, and I'm wondering if like the Cobra Kai is like canon to it. You know what I mean?
I think so. It has to be, right?
Know,
yeah. Because it was like, because it was showing that location with all the old school cars and stuff like that. That scene was in the Cobra Kai stuff, and I was like, okay, so like, I wonder, you know what I mean? But I haven't caught up with Cobra Kai forever, so I can't even say.
So,
I feel like the action's gonna be really good though.
I think the action is the fighting is usually pretty good in these, but it's Jackie Chan. Whatever Jackie Chan's in, I will watch.
Yeah, so the part that annoyed me, like how it did last time, because I remember when someone pointed this out, I was like, yeah, that's true. But like, because karate is Japanese and like kung fu is Chinese, so like Jackie Chan's movie should have been the Kung Fu Kid. You know what I mean? Because he didn't teach him karate; he taught him kung fu.
Yeah.
And so it's like keeping him in it feels like, you know what I mean? But I just felt more like it was like ignorant people who didn't know the difference.
They're just making money.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'll watch it. I like it. Ralph Macchio's back. Jackie Chan's in. This kid looks cool. It seems like a pretty decent movie. So that's that. We're gonna go into Marvel. There's a few pieces of Marvel news that we're gonna go into, and then after we got some exciting DC stuff, and we got 2 trailers, one Marvel, one DC. So first piece of news is Blade. So basically, we keep hearing about Blade. We keep hearing about if Blade is going to happen. Is Blade not going to happen? When is Blade going to happen? Who the director of Blade is going to be? We have no idea. But the new piece is that Blade has officially been taken off of the 2025 list and is presumably delayed indefinitely. They don't have a date. They don't have a time.
It's one of the most easiest of Marvel's movies to make. And yet it's the most complicated to be made.
It is. The problem is... Oh, yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, because it's like a vampire thing, which is... they make an incessant amount of these type of genres. Mm-hmm. And it's just a vampire with a sword. How hard is that?
Yeah. So my question is, and where my concern, or just kind of wondering, I think Marvel is completely redoing phases 5 and 6 because they were originally doing Kang Dynasty, and then all of that drama happened with the guy who played Kang. The phase 4 sucked ass, so everyone was like, okay, this is awful. They originally were going to plan to do Young Avengers, but all of the people who were the part of the Young Avengers who were doing good, the movies tanked. So they don't think that they're going to do a Young Avengers anymore. And I think now what they're doing is they revealed, Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. They, they did like Fantastic Four. They're doing all these things. I think that they're just rebranding at this point and redoing a lot because Blade supposedly was supposed to be a big part in these next phases. And now all of a sudden he's not even in it. So we don't know what's going to happen, but they're definitely rewriting a lot. So I don't know. Blade at this point, who fucking knows when he's coming in? Because phase 8 into 7, from 7 to 8 is all mutants. So it's like Blade is not a mutant. It's like, how are you going to incorporate Blade in this whole thing? I don't know. And then Kit Harington was supposed to be, what was it? Black
Knight.
Yeah, Black Knight. Yeah. And is he? I don't even know if he's gonna be that anymore. Like, it's a whole thing. That whole thing is really, really weird. But
we'll see.
And it's still a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, because I saw like a screenshot of the new Falcon movie or something like that, where they're addressing that big ass thing at the end of Eternals. The big ass what is it? Celestials. I think.
Celestial.
Yeah. So they're gonna address it in the Falcon movie.
They are.
So
the whole plot of the movie, I heard, was because the Celestial was stopped from destroying Earth. It's still on Earth though, but Celestials are made of adamantium, and that's how they're introducing also Wolverine and stuff. Is like, so adamantium is there, and now the entire world is fighting to claim that adamantium, and adamantium's the strongest metal on Earth now, besides vibranium. So they I guess Captain America, the Falcon, he's charged with kind of protecting that and making sure that people aren't stealing it. And there's some weird thing that's going to be going into it with adamantium. I wonder if he's going to get a new shield, and instead of it being vibranium, or his wings might be adamantium or something. I don't know, but something's gonna happen. I think that's what was involved. That's what I heard. Is it's made out of adamantium. So we'll see. But yeah. So Blade, we have no freaking clue what's gonna happen to him.
It's crazy. I actually rewatched Deadpool and Wolverine 3 days ago.
I was gonna, yeah.
And the Blade scene and something like that. I was like, oh, I'm Blade, and he said something like, the only Blade or something like that. Yeah, I'm it kind of seemed like it's gonna be like that. Yeah,
he might, honestly. He might just keep that. So we'll see. Next piece of news actually is Tom Holland has officially confirmed Spider-Man 4. So he was on an interview. He did say that Spider-Man 4 was going to happen. It was on Jimmy Fallon. But we don't know anything after that. We just know that it is confirmed. So that's exciting. I like that. Also, some exciting news, but I guess this is old news because What If Season 3 already came out, but I was going to say Oscar Isaac does return as Moon Knight in What If Season 3. So that's cool.
He's voicing him.
Yeah, he voiced it. But a bit.
Trying to remember that scene.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess he came back, so that's cool. Another piece of news, speaking of Oscar Isaac, because he is the voice of Spider-Man
2099.
2099, thank you. Into the Spider-Verse will not be releasing in 2025. They confirmed that already, and they said, quote,
fucking guy, it's that fucking Miles kid.
I don't know.
He's fucking around too much online.
They said...
Is that really the case?
No.
I don't know. Maybe.
But they said, no, the case is it's because they said that they're taking a lot of tender, loving care into the movie. They are not happy with how the movie is turning out, so they're actually making it better. And I like that. I actually heard that they rewrote the scripts. I don't know.
Because it's the way that they made this, it was as if they created in one continuous thing. They just split it in half.
Mm-hmm.
So it's and you obviously know the first half of it was well received. So what made them think that the second half wouldn't be?
I don't know. I heard that they rewrote some of the scripts though, and they're doing some interesting things. But I would rather them make it really, really fucking good, especially with how it ended. I want this to be amazing, so I appreciate them taking their time. But I was also like, man, this was supposed to come out last year, So.
We better play these movies back to back in the movies when it comes out.
Oh,
Like,
I have to rewatch it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to rewatch
Yeah.
it. So we'll have to see how that goes out, but yeah, we'll see. So yeah, Spider-Verse. I don't know when it's coming out. They don't have a set date. They're just saying that it's gonna come out at some point. Next piece of news is Spider-Man again. So we're bringing him some interesting Spider-Man. So here's the funny thing. I heard that Sony might be hiring a new actor to play Spider-Man in their universe.
Sony needs to give up on this whole Marvel universe.
So here's what I heard. So what I heard, and this was like a rumor, I'm not entirely sure how true this is. So I heard a few things. I heard that Marvel never actually had like something in their contract limiting Sony to actually using the Spider-Man. So Sony could have used Tom Holland's Spider-Man this entire time. They could have used like Andrew Garfield. They could have used whatever they wanted to do and put Spider-Man in their movies, but they didn't. And they chose not to. And the reason I think what's going on is they dumped a shit ton of Spider-Man villain characters. Now, if you noticed, all of the characters that Sony has released, there has been none of those in the Marvel universe. And the reason for that is I heard that there is a contract with Sony, and Sony claims any character that they already made a movie on. So they're dumping movies left and right so that Marvel can't use any of the villains. So like if Sony beats them to a Morbius, right? Now Marvel can't use Morbius. They can't use Madam Web. They can't use Null.
Kraven.
They can't use Kraven. They can't use Rhino because Rhino was in Kraven. They can't use like any one of those. And I think like it's like forcing like Marvel's hand a little bit, but that's what I heard. I don't know if it's true, but the fact that Sony.
What? No, sorry.
I was just gonna say the fact that Sony is debating on using another Spider-Man and let's have a fourth fucking Spider-Man, and then have like Into the Spider-Verse and have Tom Holland Spider-Man. It's a lot. Like you're not gonna do well. That's not gonna be received very well at all.
It is not. It's gonna be a waste of money. It's disappointing because it's like, especially them taking away all of these villains from Marvel, because right now Tom Holland's Spider-Man is entering the phase of being Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's done with his origin.
The very first movie of all the other Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like the intro to him being a poor kid making his own costume with a sewing machine and working for the Daily Planet. Like this is what the next movie will entail.
Oh yeah.
And so he's being local. So him being local means he's supposed to fight local villains, which were those local villains.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's gonna be like wildly disappointing. But like, I don't know. Maybe we'll because he at least gets to keep with fighting Kingpin, which is Daredevil's villain, but Kingpin fights Spider-Man too as well, as we see from Miles Morales one. But it's like, yeah, there's a few, but I don't know. We'll see. Do you think? Wait, the crocodile dude, does that count or no?
I have no idea. I'm not entirely sure.
Because I was like
the villain for Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah. Garfield Spider-Man. Because I was like, is the new contract for them having Spider-Man like? Does that mean like they can't fight? Use Sandman or Electro or like what I mean? All of them.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, they probably do. They made it.
Sandman's a good villain.
Yeah, they made it. I don't.
And if the contract is what Adam is saying, where it's like once they make it, Marvel can't use it. I mean,
but that was like predating them giving the rights, so it could be like from this point forward, rather than.
Wait, didn't they been having though? Didn't they been having?
No, Marvel owning or like Disney owning the rights for a certain Spider-Man thing, like that started.
That happened after Amazing Spider-Man.
Or maybe the clause was like anything that we made already.
Maybe
like already made or making, like you can't have it.
I feel like there's wiggle room because, like, as we've seen in the last Spider-Man movie, we got all of those actual villains from their franchise, like with
wasn't that a collaborative effort from Sony? Because they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this together, yeah. So they kind of dip one foot in.
See, Sony.
All I want is fucking Venom in there. I just want Venom. In Tom Holland's universe.
Speaking of fucking Venom, let's not forget how they did No Dirty. They only gave him like a 5-minute screen time, and it's like, bro, and it wasn't even enough. You barely see him, and it's like, what the fuck? Why put that in the trailer that Null is like this big bad when you only talked about him for 2 minutes? No, you showed him for 2 minutes, and you talked about him for 3 minutes, and that's it.
I'm sure. Yeah, that sounds.
Spoiler alert. Jesus. But yeah.
That happened a while ago. I don't know. Sony's been doing some dumb shit, and the smartest thing that Sony could have done is literally just continued the partnership with Marvel, because like they were making a shit ton of money by just having Spider-Man in Marvel, and now it's like you're ruining your own thing. Like you're not doing a good job. I don't know what this whole thing is going on, but that's that. So we'll see if they actually cast a different Spider-Man. I don't know. Next up is apparently a Wolverine versus Hulk is officially in the works. It's not confirmed who will be playing the characters though, but it is confirmed supposedly that it will happen. So that's actually kind of cool.
I'm not gonna hope for this one, because the way they did Hulk dirty, it just seemed like they don't give a fuck about Hulk at all.
Yeah.
They might well, that's the thing. It's like they're saying that we don't know who's going to cast the Hulk. They might just be rewriting the Hulk in general.
Yeah, but is that which universe is this one?
So technically, the Hulk that is Mark Ruffalo is a different universe than the X-Men. We've already had that confirmed, because at the end of the Marvels, that chick goes and gets teleported into a different universe, and that's how the X-Men were introduced.
I mean, they were supposed to eventually connect, weren't they?
Eventually, but they could still connect that universe's Hulk, with them.
True.
So it's not that it necessarily has to be Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. It could be a completely different Hulk.
Or it could just be like that little quick scene in Deadpool and Wolverine where he fought the Hulk.
It could, or it could be completely different, because as soon as Secret Wars is over, they're revamping Marvel completely. So this could be after. This could be a whole other universe. This could be like our 666 universe dies, and we go into like Earth 9999 or something like that. Like there's so many different things that could happen. For all we know, the universe that we know will die. I mean, that could be the world that gets destroyed during Secret Wars, and then we go into a completely different universe, which would be fucking wild. But like, that's there's so many different directions that they can actually do, and I think that this could be one of them. But yeah, it's been supposedly confirmed, but we don't know. And then second to last piece of Marvel news before we actually get into the Daredevil trailer. Interestingly enough, so we had Robert Downey Jr. confirmed to coming back. He's going to be playing Doctor Doom. We don't know what version of Doctor Doom, but what really pissed me off was they said Doctor Doom. So that kind of frustrated me. Yeah. But if he's actually going to be the actual like Victor Van Doom, then that's going to piss me off even more. But if he just becomes Doctor Doom in some way, that makes sense because that happens in the comics. But Victor Von Doom, fuck out of here. But what is also interesting is now we keep hearing this, but apparently this is actually going to happen, is Chris Evans is set to come back in Secret Wars, potentially as Human Torch, or not Captain America. We've already said that he's never coming back as Captain America. He might come back as Captain Hydra.
Ooh.
So that would be kind of cool.
That'd be cool.
If Robert Downey Jr. is going to come back and he's Doom, I think it would be cool if Captain America came back, but he's Captain Hydra. And now you got the two biggest heroes that were in their world as like the biggest people there. And then everyone's going to be like, oh my God, like they're back. But he's actually Captain Hydra instead of Captain America. And then
that would make more sense.
I think that would be kind of dope.
Yeah, I would very much prefer that to be the storyline, to like them like just casting an old actor in a new role. Mm-hmm. Like that would piss me off.
Like he can't be Human Torch anymore.
He can't be Human Torch.
If he's just straight up Von Doom,
you got skinned.
Yeah, dude's dead.
I mean, we already have a Human Torch, so like, and they're eventually already going to connect it.
Yeah.
So
that universe is going to have a different Human Torch, so that's completely that makes sense. I don't think it would be Human Torch because, like Andrew said, he died in Deadpool vs Wolverine. So Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me how he would come back as human. I think one time coming back as Human Torch is enough. Like, everyone wanted him to come back as Human Torch. He kept on talking about how he wanted to come back as Human Torch. He came back as Human Torch. Done. It was the best way to reintroduce him. I thought that was amazing. It was one of my favorite parts. And then, like, now he's had his Human Torch moment. He's had his Captain America moment. Let's bring him back as Captain Hydra. Bring him back as a villain. I would absolutely love to see the two of them as a villain.
Yeah.
I think that would actually be the best choice. It would be so sick to see the two of them as villains after they were the most respected heroes, and now they're the worst villains. I think that would be like the coolest thing to see. And like character development of other people being like, oh my God, like I can't believe it's you, because like they're gonna look like each other. So they're gonna be like, oh my God, wait, what? And then they're gonna see it, and then they're gonna punch him in the face, and then they're gonna be like, holy shit, what the hell just happened? You know what I mean? And he's like, Hail Hydra. I'm like, damn. So that would be great for Bucky, because Bucky would have to, instead of him being like the Winter Soldier, now he's dealing with Captain Hydra. Like, I think that would be sick with the Falcon and Bucky to kind of deal with Chris Evans as Captain Hydra, and it would be awesome for like Spider-Man, and even like maybe, I don't fucking know, maybe his Robert Downey Jr.'s wife, if she wants to come back or some shit, coming back and seeing him as Doom instead of Iron Man. I think that'd be kind of cool, but we'll see. And now we will go back to trailers, because we are now going to watch this trailer, which is the first trailer for Daredevil Born Again, which is coming out March 4th as the first episode. I have yet to see this trailer, so I actually don't know what happened. It came out a couple days ago. It came out yesterday.
Actually excited for this.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen Daredevil yet, the series, and I'm planning for this to come out first, and then I'll binge it through.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I
You're gonna watch this before anything else?
Well,
the only thing I watched was The Punisher.
Yeah, Punisher's good. But
Solid.
this I heard was a continuation of the last 3 seasons, but like in a time skip almost. And I heard that it was going back to like first season roots. Like, it's gonna be dark. So I'm really looking forward to this. But here we go. We're gonna go ahead and keep this started. So Andrew, you might have a couple things spoiled to you, because it might have like a little bit of continuation. But
I'm used to it.
Yeah, you won't. It won't be that bad. I think. I don't. But we'll see. I haven't seen it yet. All right, here we go. Oh.
Thank you for finding the time. I will admit, it's not entirely unpleasant seeing you again. A lot of time has passed. By the look of it, you've come up in the world.
I could say the same about you.
The mayor serves his city. I can see you're not entirely convinced.
Can you blame me? I can't shake the feeling that you're gaming the system.
Why did you stop being a vigilante?
The line was crossed.
It's hard to come to terms with a violent nature. Hating the power it has over us.
This city can't go unchecked.
Sometimes peace needs to be broken. And chaos must reign.
Mind putting the hatchet down?
Oh shit.
I was raised to believe in grace. But I was also raised to believe in retribution.
Okay. So this is gonna be dark. Like, it showed the bones breaking, it showed like so basically, yeah, so it is a continuation. He retired himself as Daredevil, and now he's coming back. So that's kind of dope.
It's gonna be good. We got Punisher back too.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
Punisher's back. All the original actors and actresses are back. Karen's back. Foggy's back. We have. So this is what I don't get. I didn't watch Echo, but I'm pretty sure in Echo, at the end of Echo, she shot him in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She shot him. Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't die.
Doesn't he lose his eyes?
No, he lost his eye from something else, but I don't.
I feel like you gotta think of it as like in the Marvel universe, losing body parts ain't a thing.
But like, yeah, because I was gonna say, like, didn't he show up and he had eyes, like he had his eyes covered, like at the end of Echo or something like that, right? Like he was alive, but like it came back to a thing where he was blind. Now he's totally fine. They gotta explain that. I feel like they gotta explain that.
Yeah, maybe it's like an overlapping. Like it's gonna be like, oh, this is like before the finish of Echo, and then it's gonna go into like after Echo. Maybe.
Yeah, it takes place before Echo and Hawkeye comes in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now I'm trying to remember because it's in here. It says he's the mayor, but I'm wondering if.
Oh yeah, no, that wouldn't work.
Oh.
That wouldn't work.
Yeah, because in the show
he wasn't mayor.
Yeah, and Hawkeye or in Echo, I don't think he was mayor.
No, he wasn't.
He was definitely like a powerful dude.
I don't get. He murdered a shit ton of people, did like a whole bunch of fraud, went to jail, and he's gonna get elected mayor.
Yeah,
money, man, money and power.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
The goddamn US.
But yeah, dude, S looks really good. I actually love this. I think they have
it looks brutal, dude.
They're bringing Punisher in. That's so dope. They're bringing damn it, what's this fucking guy's name? The guy that copied Daredevil, and he's like almost a spitting image of him, but he's.
I don't know too much about Daredevil.
Fuck. Bullseye. Is it Bullseye? Yeah, it's Bullseye. Yeah, so I think he's back. There's a lot of like darker characters. I fucking love it, man. But I don't know. It's weird. There has to be a lot of explanation because Daredevil hung up the mask, yet he was in She-Hulk, and he was Daredevil.
Yeah, you got to think. I want to say that probably this takes place before that.
I can't imagine that because in She-Hulk, I don't know, man. This is a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're gonna have to clarify a few things because She-Hulk, he was in She-Hulk, and then he's gonna be in the new Spider-Man animated series, which I think I heard he was in the new Spider-Man animated series, and that's before he even became Spider-Man. Like that's like him in high school.
Yeah.
So
that means that was basically the first few seasons of Daredevils when he
probably. So I don't know. Yeah. There's really has to be some explanation. A lot of people are saying
he was in No Way Home. I don't know where that fits in the timeline, but
100% before.
Was he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was in No Way Home.
He was Tom.
Yeah.
Lawyer. My thing is, I think Foggy dies. I think a lot of people are saying that Foggy might die, and that's why he said like lines were passed. Yeah, I think he comes back, but they kill him. But people are theorizing that, and that's why he said a line was crossed, and he stopped being the vigilante. But I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen, but it's gonna be good. I can always say it's gonna be good. The action gonna be good. Darkness is gonna be great. Just like the darkness between.
If it's
how many episodes gonna come up with this thing.
Gonna be good.
Yeah, if it's as good as you guys are hyping it, and as good as people on the internet are hyping it, I'm gonna try my best to watch it one episode a day, and hopefully, like it'll be March by then.
So I would say you've seen Punisher, right? And you said Punisher was good.
Yeah.
I will say the first season of Daredevil, good. The second season of Daredevil, really good, but only because of the Punisher. So I would like the Punisher made the second season good. Third season, trash. I will say I hated the third season, but the first season, dark. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed the first season, and I really fucking enjoyed the second season.
To this Daredevil really like made you forget Ben Affleck's Daredevil. You know what I'm saying? This will forever be like our Daredevil after that first season.
I think,
which is crazy because like when the trailer happened and I saw him in the red Daredevil suit, I was like Ben Affleck. He kind of looked like Ben Affleck for a bit. So we'll see.
I will say he does a really good job playing a blind person. I will say that he does a really good job playing a blind person. Yeah. So it's overall. I think you will enjoy it. It is darker and it is a lot better. I thought the writing was really good, and I just thought like in general he's a very good Daredevil. And the second season was good because of the Punisher. I thought that was like the writing between Daredevil and Punisher was really good. And then it leads into the first season of Punisher. So more things that happen from the Punisher might make sense after the second season of Daredevil. Yeah. I will say you probably don't have to watch the third season of Daredevil, but you might just to kind of understand a few characters from the new season. But the third season, not worth it. It's just not great. It really isn't. But yeah, that was Daredevil. So that's going to be good. I am very excited. Very much looking forward to that. So one last piece of news, and then we'll go into a trailer, our last trailer. But Superman and Lois has officially ended. We're going into DC, by the way. So that it officially ended a couple weeks ago.
You need to start up again. I didn't even finish the first season, but I remember it being phenomenal right off the bat.
It's done.
I was seeing some clips from it. It looks solid.
I saw some clips. It looked pretty decent. But it officially it's ending, and it makes it the final DC show to air on the CW. Thank God.
It's about time.
Yeah, I was gonna say they really need to just hang up the coat there. Stop making stuff. But I mean, good way to end it. But man, they really stretched it. But I guess this was like the only thing that was actually really good. But
dude, immediately, if you ever start watching it, like it far, like just the first couple episodes already far surpassed like the other CW quality shows. Like they did it like cinematically, it was like well done.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh man, it's just at the time I was watching it as it was coming out weekly, and I just fell off, and then after that I just never got back on. So I was like, I do need to start it again now.
All right, I will keep that in mind. That looks good. But yeah, it's over. So that's it's over. All right, guys, last trailer. We saved the best for last. We got to talk about the Superman trailer. All right, there's some. I'm back and forth on it. Just back and forth. You know, there's a few things that I'm concerned about. There's a few things that I'm pretty excited about. I'm sure all three of us have watched the trailer by now. So we're going to go ahead, watch the trailer, and we're going to discuss real quick thoughts and concerns, or thoughts in general. So let's get on into it. This is the first trailer. Technically, this is considered a teaser trailer, but it is the first trailer for Superman, James Gunn's first movie into the new DCU. So let's go ahead and take a look.
Crypto. Home. Take me home.
Damn, that shot was nice.
Superman.
I will say the music is good. So the music
Yeah,
really
it's very
gives me
classic.
goosebumps.
Yeah. My grievance was what I had before. Same stand. Now seeing him in the trailer is goddamn Guy Gardner.
Yeah, every
Fucking
time.
bullshit. Fucking bullshit. It ruined the trailer for me.
I
Yeah.
will say
But-
Guy Gardner looks dumb as shit, but he looks so accurate. Like he looks so comic book accurate. It's just
Yeah, it's too much leather suit, like because
Well,
that's
so-
not the full like.
no,
like,
but
Guy
that's
Gardner. That's not the Guy Gardner I know.
no, but that is so. If you look, his suit and Hawk Girl's suit are not their original suits. Those are suits that they get from Megacorp. So that's the company that they work for beforehand, and then people are saying that they're going to get their original suits, their actual suits, later on in the movie. But man, they suck. They just suck.
Yeah.
They suck so much. But
I do want to see the role because I love Hawk Girl. Always loved Hawk Girl since the animated. But I hope like she does justice to her role. You know what I mean? Like
I'm
the
sure.
character, like the personality that I know. Like I hope
That
you know.
tough ass, badass bitch
Yeah.
personality. Yeah, I hope so too. Because this person doesn't look like it from the screenshots and behind the scene footage. I'm like, they don't look intimidating. I don't know. So I don't know. Was it?
So we'll see.
yeah,
My concern about it is seeing the trailer again, actually, because this is my second time seeing the trailer, and there's so many characters in this dang.
yes, thank
movie.
you. That is one of my
Yeah.
concerns.
This is your first movie, James Gunn. Like, how are you gonna do it? What
Well,
the fuck?
that-
That's what I'm saying. It's because he already built an entire world from this first movie alone. Like seeing this trailer shows the already established DC universe that's
Right.
like
Yes.
happening. He isn't just like a day one hero who just started. He is a hero that is like fully in it with all of these other heroes.
I don't think
you
he
know what I mean?
is. I don't
I
think
mean,
he
there-
is.
I mean, you saw the other heroes.
Yeah, I think the other heroes are there. But the point is, like, this is year one. This is Superman year one. He is a new Superman still. That's what he said. James Gunn is following Superman
Yeah, he's
year
a-
one. That's
he's
what
new
he's
Superman.
following. Yeah, because he followed the
Like, 'cause
comic.
all of these, like, these are like immediate action packed shit. Like
That's what I'm
these
saying.
villains, are
So
so
That's just
far
that's what it,
year
yeah.
one.
when
You know what I
when
mean?
James Gunn first announced Superman was going to be the first movie, he also posted a picture of the cover of Superman Year One's comic, and he said that he absolutely loved Superman Year One, and that he was going to focus the movie on around him being Superman Year One. So this kid's he's only supposed to be like 25. He's a young Superman, only like in year one, which kind of makes sense. Like, I don't mind a Superman Year One, because what's going to happen is he's going to be brand new, and then Batman's not going to trust him, and that's how Batman's probably going to come in, and like we might see Batman as like an end credit scene. Who fucking knows? But my concern, like Andrew said, all the damn characters. Because the thing is, what pissed me off and what I'm not understanding is next year we're gonna get Supergirl, right? So, but Supergirl's
Oh my
supposed to
God.
be introduced in this movie. So you have Mr. Terrific, you have Hawkgirl, you have the Green Lantern Corps, you have Supergirl, you have Superman, and for some fucking
You have
reason,
Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor,
You have
you
Mephisto.
have fucking Crypto, dude.
Yep.
How the fuck? Crypto's supposed to come in later. He doesn't get a dog
Yeah.
with superpowers right off the bat. So where the hell did Crypto come from? You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those are the things that makes me, especially, is like, because we obviously know the whole fortress and stuff, and like, it seems like a well experienced
he's not.
enough.
No.
Like instead of year one. I mean, obviously, you guys.
Right, I get you.
On the first part.
But my
But-
concern is more of like a movie is like how it's
Mhm.
gonna play out rather than the story. 'Cause I feel like the story might be okay, but with so many characters,
You
and
have
this
to
is like your
introduce them
first
all.
movie introduction to the DC universe, right? That you're trying to introduce us to. It's like
You
that's
only
a
have
pretty-
3 hours, and you're going to be introducing a lot of heroes.
at most, if I don't even know if it's gonna be 3 hours. You know what I mean? I think he's gonna try to do like the hour, 39 minutes, hour 40 minutes,
No, there's
typical
no way.
runtime.
There's no way.
'Cause-
He has to do at least 2.5 to 3 hours. At least. You have to introduce Lex. You have to introduce Superman. You have to introduce Hawkgirl, Green Lantern. You have to introduce Crypto somehow. I've never even seen, like, we have other characters that aren't even going to be in this, that haven't been introduced in this movie. We have like the storyline. I think it's going to be year one too, because like what you saw too in the trailer was like he got cans thrown at him, so people still don't trust him, you know, and a lot of people think that he don't belong. But I think Superman's also trying to find out who he is as a hero, and he doesn't know. Like you find
that was the premise of what James Gunn said. It's basically like him just like learning,
figuring it out. But like, oh, yo, that slow mo scene of him saving that little girl though, that was really. I will say that was really good.
Like my thing, so
really good thing.
Because like you know, and a lot of people's like, oh, you know, trusting James Gunn, he made Guardian of the Galaxy. That's just a lot of characters and all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but they end up working as a team through and out. Yeah. This is not his team here. This is not Superman's team. This is just people that just just come by, and
there was always
this is gonna be like Deadpool, like the X team, and they just show up and then they die, like type shit. You know what I mean? Like this is what they are.
They already made a well-established team in Marvel before Guardians was introduced. Yeah, so like to your point, like that's it. You can't just like go right off the bat first movie, this is the team, and like, hey, let's make a Justice League. Like you gotta start off slow.
But it's not even Justice League yet. That's the thing.
Yeah, but like my thing is like too. They also said that like apparently this movie was going to be heavy on like on whoa, I am bugging on names today. His love interest. The fuck is her name?
Lois Lane.
Lois Lane.
Yeah.
They said that they were going to heavily like focus on her. So I was like, how are you also?
I read that too. Yeah.
Yeah. So in this movie, you have a dog that isn't supposed to be introduced until he's like pretty established Superman. You have Hawkgirl. You have Megacorp. You have Green Lantern. You have Lex. You have Supergirl somehow. You're going to have to introduce her into the whole thing. Where, by the way, Supergirl gets introduced when Superman, well-established Superman. Because then she comes along and then they're like, oh my God, you're so much older now. So what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, and then like, then you're also going to heavily focus on Lois?
Yeah. And you didn't even mention like the actual villain of the movie.
Yeah.
Because there is a villain.
Yeah, and it's not even Lex.
Don't know who it is yet.
It's not even Lex. I think
he's fighting someone in that football field.
I don't remember who. Oh, I don't know who that villain is. But like, yeah, there's multiple villains. There's the guy with the scars on his face. I don't remember his name.
I think it was Mephisto. I think that's his name. Yeah. I don't know if it's.
But you have Lex, you have him, and you have another guy that was fighting on the football field. You have to have someone strong enough for him to get the shit kicked out of him, and then him to fall in and have like to call for crypto. You know what I mean? So like, who the fuck is that gonna be? You know?
Yeah.
You can't I'm gonna tell you this right now. If they introduce Darkseid, I'm sorry. If they introduce Darkseid first damn fucking movie, I'm giving this movie no higher than a 3. I can't deal with that. Yeah. I can't. That's too much in one fucking movie.
I will say this: if they do the Marvel route, where it's like after the credit, they kind of hint at Darkseid, I wouldn't mind that.
If they hint, that's
cool.
Yeah,
hint, not show, hint.
They hinted at Thanos, and Thanos was like, fine, I'll do it myself. But then after that, like, you didn't get Thanos again until the next phase. Like, they still filmed the whole thing to just introduce, like, why Thanos was a part of it.
Yeah, proper story.
Yeah, like, that was the whole thing. So, like, you can do that. You can, like, introduce Darkseid, and Darkseid could be gearing up. That's fine. But if you put Darkseid as a fucking villain in this movie, I'm losing my shit. Not good.
I hope it's a thing where it's like two after there's the post credit and after credit, right? I think that's what it's called. So there's like two.
Oh yeah, I see.
Two things. Mm-hmm. So the first one will be Superman's next villain, which I hope is like Brainiac. I fucking hope it's Brainiac. Then the second one obviously is like the hint to Darkseid, like a little hint to Darkseid.
So I think the first one is gonna be Batman.
Oh, no.
Yes, because the
goddamn better not, because that's how they fucking ruined Man of Steel too.
No, so because what happens, like, so you have to introduce Batman at some point with Superman. You have to. Batman is.
They have. I mean, they haven't mentioned it in name.
Tease Wayne, like Enterprise or whatever, or like of a like bat like hooded hero running around Gotham. Yeah,
you have.
But like,
you have an experienced Batman with Damian Wayne clearly, so he has to be experienced Batman, and then you have a year one Superman. There is no way that they can just fly by the fact that Batman doesn't trust Superman. You have to do that over again. You have to. You can't just like go and then all of a sudden Batman goes to Superman, goes and introduces himself and is like, pleasure to meet you. I'm Batman. And then Superman's like, hey, Superman, nice to meet you. And then they're like, hey, I have this bright idea. Let's just make a group called the Justice League. You can't do that. Batman is experience. He always never trusted Superman when he was first introduced because he thought that it was a threat to the world until they became best friends. But you need that storyline. You need it, whether it's a little bit in the movie or not. You need it to introduce them and to create the storyline moving forward. You cannot just have Batman shake hands with Superman right off the bat. There needs to be some sort of fight. That's like the only way that you can introduce Batman with Superman in this whole entire thing. So I think the end credit scene is going to have something, or there's going to be some mention of Batman being like, oh, like I don't know, somehow there's just going to be some talk.
Batman's in the chair. I'll take care of it.
Maybe Lex goes to Batman because Lex is like, hey, I need your help. Like, I don't trust Superman. And Batman's like,
there's so many. Since this is the very first movie, there's so many different directions for them to take. I feel like what they're gonna do is, with the idea that they're gonna give us the Supergirl movie, that's the post-credit ending.
Oh,
they're gonna give us the teaser of her at it, and then that launches into the Supergirl movie. So, and then they're gonna slowly build their way to Batman, because Batman the Brave and the Bold has to come out first, has to do his whole thing, and then they'll do a movie that like combines the two.
So
I don't think this is the one. I don't think this is gonna be the one.
I heard Supergirl was gonna be in the movie. I don't think that she's gonna be introduced at the end credit. I heard she was gonna be in the movie. So basically, I heard like, yo, and that's what I'm saying. So, and my thought is, Supergirl's gonna come in. She's gonna fly around, do some shit maybe, and then she's gonna like, and the end. It's not gonna be an end credit scene. I think it's gonna be towards the end of the movie. Superman's gonna be like, well, what are you gonna do next? And Supergirl's gonna be like, I'll figure it out. And then she just flies away. And that's the end of fucking Supergirl. You know what I mean? But the end credit scenes, I'm convinced. I'm fucking convinced. Oh, actually, you know what? I think the end credit scenes might have something to do with the Lantern show. And one end credit scene could be with the Lanterns, but I swear I feel a Batman end credit scene on the tip of my dick. I just do. Like I just feel it, like it's tickling it. You know what I mean? Like I cannot get past the fact that there's gonna be a Batman. You cannot introduce Superman without Batman. Like I just feel like the two of them go hand in hand. And I feel like that's going to somehow, to your point, they could introduce the next villain, but I don't know if it's going to be Brainiac. They'd have to make a Superman 2. And as of right now, there was really no plans of making a second Superman movie. I think they're introducing all of the heroes, and then they're going to probably go into a Justice League movie with most likely Darkseid as the main villain. I can't imagine them doing anything other than Darkseid as a Justice League.
Lowest build ever. And like Brainiac's gonna be powerful enough to be a Justice League level villain.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Which is the crazy part, because he is, you know what I mean, like comic and animated, like he's culty as fuck.
But if you're gonna make a good ass fucking like 10-year like phase 1, 2, 3, you're gonna put in something like Thanos. You know, Thanos was a really good first villain to really kind of bring into the Avengers and like make the Avengers come in to fight this guy. I think it would, well, actually no, because the first Avengers was, well, it was Thanos' army, then the second Avengers was Ultron. So I think they could do it that way. I think they can make a Justice League 1, and they can maybe introduce Darkseid, but then Justice League 2 might be Brainiac. Or like they could do a Justice League 1, and Justice League 1 is Brainiac, and then that brings into Darkseid.
Yeah.
So and like how they handled Ultron, though.
Slow build.
Could be slow build, could be fast build. I don't know. It could be a really fast build the way that they're fucking introducing characters like this.
But it's James Gunn. He worked with Marvel, and you know Marvel already did it. So there's the fucking blueprint there of how to do a successful franchise. So it's like, DC, don't fuck it up.
You'd think.
You know what I mean?
The thing is, James Gunn wasn't a part of the actual main part of Marvel. He was just a part of Guardians. And like, to be honest with you, I wasn't a huge fan of the second Guardians movie. First Guardians movie was good. Third Guardians movie was good. I didn't care for the gold people in the second one. They pissed me off. It was annoying.
No, it was like the whole his dad's fucking
his dad.
Yeah. My other thing is, my only other concern is James Gunn, as of right now, has created the Guardians trilogy. He has made Peacemaker, and he has made
Suicide
Squad. Now, I will say, of all those movies, let's just give those 5 movies, right? All of them have been very like inappropriately funny. So like, for example, Suicide Squad, Peacemaker, all of them have had like really stupid jokes. Peacemaker had like a shit ton of just like John Cena's ass and like a bunch of swear. I didn't even finish Peacemaker because honestly I wasn't really a huge fan, but like I don't care much for the sexual jokes and the over sexual jokes and like the crazy stupid like jokes and funniness that James Gunn does in those movies, and I don't want that to be like this. So as of right now, that's all that James Gunn have seen. I've just seen that as like a goofy kind of inappropriate thing. I want seriousness. I don't want like a shit ton of goofiness. I think that that's gonna take away from the film. So I'm very interested in seeing James Gunn kind of film like a very serious movie for the first time, and hopefully he doesn't kind of turn it into a Marvel thing where like now you have to do comedy, you have to do this because like people aren't going to watch it if it's not funny or whatever. Like I want it to be serious. I think DC has a good job serious.
If he goes the tone of Guardians of the Galaxy 3, it'd be solid. The tone for Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was like the best thing.
Yeah,
to me,
I can see it.
You know, it had the drama, it had the seriousness,
absolutely.
the tone. Yeah, like
but
it's crazy. I just rewatched that too. I was on like a Marvel binge like last week, so it's like I rewatched everything, and it's like that was like the solid one.
That was a good one, and if they can carry it, but I'd rather them not do the tasteless jokes.
Right.
And I want
Which
them
I don't
to
think
really keep a serious.
Yeah,
I don't think there's any wiggle room.
No, it's Superman. Not for Superman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But like again, it's like now, but that's a problem too, because like you're making Superman. Superman's the first one, right? So you don't want to do a serious, or you want to keep Superman as serious. But then what's going to happen when you make another movie? Are you going to go back to like the tasteless jokes, and then that's going to take away from the Superman? Like you have to pick something and you have to stick with it, in my opinion. Like Superman's good, but what are you going to do for the next one? What's the next movie? It's not Supergirl. There's going to be something before Supergirl, right?
No, I think it's the Supergirl. That's the only one that's announced.
That's coming out next year. So it's like, but then it's like, what do you have? You have Superman, you have Supergirl, you have Batman, you have like those are the next three. Then you also have the Lanterns, which is going to be the TV show. So it's like, I don't think any of those really have room for like major comedy. Like you have to really kind of keep seriousness going, and I worry that there's a lot of characters being introduced in Superman, but I also worry that the best scenes are the scenes that we just saw in this trailer.
Yeah, that's because when I saw it, I was like, oh, there's a lot more action than I thought. But then in the back of my mind, I was like, I hope that's not all the action sequences. Like that better not have been like what I would wait to see.
Because what I can see, and which would really piss me the fuck off, is this trailer shows like a lot of action, but then when you actually go see the movie, it's just a love story between Lois and Superman, and then I'd be like, bro, no. Like, because I could see it being a love story, because like you see like the death ray like destroying the world, and he's just like making out with Lois, and like the whole thing. I
guarantee you that's the very end of the movie. That scene right there.
Oh, I'm sure.
You think so?
He reveals himself. Superman. A big thing is destroying the city. He's like, all right, let me do my thing, and then he's like says his goodbye, and then takes off. Credit.
And he thinks
like
he's gonna die or something. Dude, if that happens and that's a credit, I'd be like, where the fuck is this gonna end? You can't just introduce Supergirl and then
I feel like
you can't do that. He has to beat the thing.
Yeah, I feel like that's either like the beginning or like the second act. Because I feel like the way he's gonna go about it, like Superman's already introduced. He's already gonna have a relationship with Lois Lane, but he just started working at the Daily Planet, right? I feel like that's how they're gonna go about it. Like everything is already like situated, because there's way too many things in this trailer that we see. There's way too many things going on for you to put like an origin story, which he's saying he's not gonna do.
I don't think we need
an
origin. No.
Yeah, and then like a love at first sight type shit with Lois. I think it's way too many way too many things going on for them to even include any of those things in. So everything's gonna be like already situated.
I think what's gonna happen is, to your point, I think what's gonna happen is, again, Superman's year one. So you have half the world not trusting him and half the world thinking that he's the greatest, right? So there's a conflict in him too, trying to figure out what villain he has. And within the year one, that's given Lex enough time to study Superman and like not want him to be there. So now he's becoming a villain. So I think that's like, I think Superman has been, to this point, Superman has been, lollygagging. He's been the strongest person. No one can take him down. He's been doing some small things here and there, and he saves people, does his thing. People don't trust him, and he's still trying to figure out what he wants to be. His dad's still alive. So like he's trying to, we didn't even see his mom. So like, does his mom die and his dad survives? Or does his dad die in the movie causing him to also kind of think, who does he want to be as a hero? And then in mid-movie, or like maybe towards the beginning, a giant ass villain is going to come, and it's going to be his first ever like hard villain. You know what I mean? And he's only year 1, so he's still trying to figure himself out, and he's also trying to figure his powers out. I think like then all of a sudden this big ass dude comes, beats the shit out of him, and he's like trying to figure out like what the fuck just happened. You know, he's getting a big wake up call, because up until this point he hasn't had to fight anything with difficulty. He's never bled, probably. He's never gotten beaten up like that before. He's never had the desperation of like surviving. And then now everything's coming in to get like together, because now he's just like, holy shit, what is going on? Like the people need me. All these people have hope, you know, and like Superman then starts to become, and he realizes that he is the symbol of hope, and he needs to maintain that. And I think at the end of the movie, he realizes that, and he's like, this is my calling. And I think that's the movie. And like, because you see it throughout the whole thing. You know, you see the kid raising the flag, and he's like, Superman's probably going to be like, oh, I don't know if I'm really going to help them. But then he sees the kid with the flag, and he's like, oh, and then he probably comes in last fucking minute from like a building falling on top of all of them. And then he's like the symbol of hope, and that, you know, ruins Lex's plans, and then he gets the.
I like how like you're brushing past that part, but that's like the part I'm looking forward to the most. No, to Superman being like this symbol of hope for everyone.
Oh no, I would love.
He's gonna show up. You know what I mean? He's gonna actually show up. Like,
that's gonna make me.
That's what I'm looking for.
Cry, dude. Like I'll probably tear. If this movie does a really good job, I'm probably gonna tear up at that point, because he is the symbol of hope. That's the whole point of Superman. But
exactly.
Like, they didn't do like, and that's the biggest thing is like. I will say, and I agree with Ted said this once before, but I will say the Superman in the DC universe, Henry Cavill, he does a really good job at playing Superman, but to me, he's not a symbol of hope. He's not like, he doesn't embody the hope of Superman. He is a badass Superman. He's awesome as Superman, but they didn't really do a good job showing how much he meant to New York, and like how he was a symbol of hope. This one, I think they're going to show that he is the symbol of hope. And I think that he goes back to like the OG Superman, the whole point of Superman. And I like that. And so I want that to happen. I think that's going to be really emotional if they do it right. But I think
that's the reason why me and Shane was upset when they announced Batman versus Superman, because there should have been a Man of Steel 2. And that should have been because Man of Steel was not a Superman movie. That's a Clark Kent movie.
Yeah,
you know, the Superman movie was supposed to come afterwards, but then they were trying to keep up with Marvel, and they made that Batman versus Superman bullshit. And it's like, all right, you fucked it all up right there.
That's what I'm saying. I still think that like you can't introduce Batman into this entire thing without him not trusting Superman in some way, shape, or form. He's got to fight him, you know, and like he's gonna be well trained. You're gonna have Dick, you know, Grayson's probably his Nightwing. You have Damian Wayne, who is going to be his Robin. Like, he is going to be a very well-established Batman. He's going to have experience down his belt. If they write him correctly, that's going to be the Batman that's threatening. That's going to be the Batman with prep time that you don't want to fuck with. I think that's going to be... I'm
a little concerned now that you brought it up, the Batman movie.
I think
it's like if James Gunn's willing to make Superman wear the red panties, get red underpants again.
Oh, a lot of people are saying that he's gonna have the blue
I wonder if he's gonna make the Robin wear the.
No, so people are saying that they're gonna bring him like some people are saying that they're gonna bring Batman with the blue and gray suit. And with the the tights on the blue and gray suit with Batman too, and then Robin's
that one's like you can
the underwear.
Yeah, the Robin one is the more with the fucking dishwasher gloves.
Yeah. The dishwasher gloves, no pants, the pointed.
Oh my
boots. God! Oh my God, that would be hilarious. But I hope
he got to do it. He got to do it. He gave Superman the red underpants. He's got to do it.
You're saying it's going to be Damian. That is, he already has his actual suit.
He does.
Unless they give us a flashback of Dick Grayson's, then they're like, oh, that was the OG suit that you see in the mantle of like the tights. And everything.
Dick Grayson's probably one of my favorite Robin suits. The hood and everything, cape, everything. That's so badass. I think that would be awesome to see Damian in that suit. But I think, like I said, I think he's going to be a very well-established Batman. And at that point, he is dangerous. And I think, like, I really hope that they do a good job showing Batman with prep time, or Batman as dangerous as he can be and as genius and smart as he can be in the comics and in the animated. So I think, like, they're gonna have to show that off. He's gonna see Superman. He's gonna have enough prep time to deal with Superman, and he's gonna go for it. And I think that that's gonna have to be some sort of fight. The only thing that I think they're gonna do better in this one is that he's not gonna shout Maria right before he kills him, and then he's just gonna be like, "Whoa, we have the same mom," you know, like, and then like
Martha,
that's how they
Martha.
become, yeah, or
Yeah.
Martha, not Maria, but Martha, and they're gonna be like, "Whoa, man, now we're best friends," you know, like that's crazy. I think like they're gonna just be like they're gonna do better, but
Yeah. If they want to like find a script or something to try to imitate a solid introduction to Batman and Superman, please just watch any of the animated Justice League movie, because the way they do it is fucking perfect.
No, they
So
do it
it's
great.
like,
But
yeah.
but even in the animated, Batman didn't trust Superman at first. They fought, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like that's what's going to happen. And you can't introduce Batman. You can't have Batman without Superman. You can't have Superman without Batman. You know what I mean? So like those two somehow have to coexist. And in order for them to do so, they have to fight. Gotta be it, man. So I'm just wondering, like, I think that's gonna be an end credit scene. I just think that's what I'm calling. I'm calling end credit scene Batman, end credit scene
Dark Side.
maybe Dark Side, yeah. If anything.
I'm going Brainiac. I'm going Brainiac.
I'd
End
love
credit.
to see
I
Brainiac.
want to say Brainiac.
I would
Yeah.
absolutely love to see
Like
Brainiac.
for a big like Justice League level, like Brainiac should have been and always have been that level of a villain.
Mhm.
They just did it for like time consumption for like a Superman show. That's why they kept it simple. But he is like OP as fuck.
Oh, he's great.
Hell
I
yeah.
would love to see that. Absolutely love to see that. So
And
We'll
then
see.
also, I don't know if you guys know, but like they casted Lobo.
yeah,
Did they though?
No, it was officially
Did
announced.
it is Jason Momoa.
Really?
It is Jason
Yeah.
Momoa. Has
Is it?
announced.
So he's gonna be in the Supergirl movie as Lobo?
Probably.
I don't know if it's a Supergirl
I
movie,
think
but I
that's-
know he's
that's
been
what they said,
officially.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then yeah. Because he's officially
like-
cast as Lobo.
That is fucking weird.
Mm,
I mean,
That's like them. That's like them.
He owns
Yeah,
the part.
he does. But Lobo to me is like the Squirrel Girl of Marvel. You know what I mean? Like, it's a gag character. You can't.
Look, I hear, but Squirrel Girl's fucking OP as shit too. I don't know if you
And
know. her.
Lobo's. Oh, yes, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know about that. But it's just.
Yeah.
Keep them. I don't know. They're doing it anyways. I can't even say shit. So it's like, yeah. Oh,
yeah, I think
it'd be cool.
in order to make like a Supergirl movie, they kind of have to have something like that. Like Supergirl's great, but they're not gonna give off a giant, crazy, badass like villain character for Supergirl right off the bat. You know what I mean? They kind of have to have that gag character to introduce Supergirl a little bit more, give her her own movie, and then incorporate her
True.
into the groups of the movies. Because like Supergirl,
Yeah, but
like if
even
you think
Lobo,
about it,
it's
though,
like he's out there destroying planets and shit, and Supergirl's gonna fight that.
well, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I think like Supergirl is gonna get an intro, but she's still young, you know. So Supergirl's
Yeah.
still young. Then you're gonna have Damian Wayne. I think what they're gonna do is actually introduce at the same time they're introducing a Justice League. I think they're also gonna be getting ready and introducing a young Justice, and like Damian is gonna be a part of it. Supergirl is gonna be a part of it. And then they can kind of get that in balling. And like honestly, if they can do this correctly, they can do this really, really well. They can establish Teen Titans. They can establish a Young Justice where Dick is already like, you know, in charge of Young Justice. Like he's already there. We already know, you know. They could have a freaking, oh god, like they can have so much shit. And then Young Justice, they can fight Justice League, because there have been plenty of times where Justice League has gotten their minds taken over or something, where Young Justice has to help them.
Yeah,
Teen
Teen
Titans
Titan, yeah.
is the whole thing. Like they got so many avenues that they can actually open up with just this, and these characters that are introduced. It's actually kind of crazy how much I'm thinking of right now that they can incorporate and do this in the 10 years that they're thinking of doing this. But they have to hurry up, because even though they're doing year one, they have to really kind of keep in mind that everyone's going to age. So, you know,
Yeah,
you
sure.
can't-
That's why, like, I think they're speeding things up. And low-key, I don't even think it's the point where it's like, oh, like going back to the Batman and Superman thing. This is probably not going to be the first time that they met. They're probably established already that they have a connection. Superman's like probably mentioned in the movie somewhere where it's like, oh yeah, I don't want to go talk to Batman
If
anymore.
they
Like he's
do
a
that,
cranky guy.
I would be a little upset.
I feel like that's how they're gonna do it.
Because
They said Peacemaker is part of the new universe.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And the fact that Peacemaker made the joke with Aquaman, Batman, he didn't mention Superman, but he made the joke with like Batman, Aquaman, and Wonder Woman and all that stuff. So it's like, all right, well, they know about Batman already, so it's like,
yeah, but at
he's
that
out
point,
there.
but also too, at the end of Peacemaker, they had Jason Momoa's Aquaman, what's his face's Flash, you know, in the show. So it could be a different universe.
It's not a different universe. Because Flashpoint, that movie came out where they reset it, everything, right?
Peacemaker
so I know it's not supposed to connect, but it's like in a way it's supposed to be like reset it.
Yeah, so I don't know. There's a whole bunch of shit that could happen. I don't know, but I'm kind of excited. And like I said, if they just say it and he's like, yeah, I'm going to go to Bruce's house, that's going to piss me off. I do want to see a little bit of fighting because I just really do like the relationship that Batman and Superman do have. And I liked that distrust at the beginning and like the connection that they made towards the end. So I want them to do that right. But yeah, I mean, they got to hurry up. And like you said, they might end up fast pacing it because Damian Wayne is 13. So like, how are they going to keep him 13? You know what I mean? Like in animated, it's easy. Because in animated, you can just do whatever you want. And then he's like 13 through maybe 16 is like the age limit that they've been kind of going through. But I mean, eventually filming these movies, kid's going to be like 27. So you got to have to find someone that looks like Tom Holland where it's like he's 20. Tom Holland's 28 now, I think. Mm-hmm. And he looks like he can still pass as a high schooler.
Yeah.
So you got to find one of those kids. We'll see. I am excited for the movie. I hope that they do really well, like really good. But again, like we have just discussed, there are concerns. And I think, in fairness, those concerns are pretty big, important concerns. But there are some really cool things that we saw in the trailer that we're hoping that are good. And hopefully that's not the only action pieces that are going to be in this entire thing. So we'll have to see.
It is a teaser, so like we can't really say much, right?
It is a teaser, yeah. It is a teaser. So if this is a teaser, they already released a lot of information on the teaser. I can't even imagine what the hell the real trailer is going to be.
Right.
I predicted the trailer was going to happen during the Super Bowl, but I guess I was wrong.
Wait, is this year, right? The movie getting released?
Yeah, July 11th.
Oh, okay.
So I actually wouldn't be surprised if they released a trailer. There's definitely going to be some Marvel or DC related movie that's going to have a trailer during the Super Bowl. Yeah. Can't not. Mm-hmm. I just don't know what that's going to be. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a Fantastic Four trailer.
Oh, I would love that.
Actually, that might be it. Actually, now that I think about it, it might be a Fantastic Four trailer.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that they've been done filming for a while now.
Yeah, they haven't done any trailers.
Yeah.
There's nothing. And the thing is, they just released a teaser trailer for Superman. There's no other DC-related thing that they can release unless they release a full trailer for Superman. So I think, like, Marvel's got it in the bag. They got the advantage here for Super Bowl. So if they want to do something, throw a Fantastic Four trailer into the Super Bowl, and people are going to lose their shit. That's going to be really cool. I think, oh my God, I already announced it. They're going to do it. I'm calling it right now. Fantastic Four trailer, Super Bowl this year, which is in a month, actually. So
yeah. Fantastic Four, and I'm pretty sure they're going to release like an actual trailer for Superman.
Yeah, but at that point, it's like we already saw the teaser. Like, this is going to be the first trailer for Fantastic Four. That's a big deal. And also, Fantastic Four is coming out this year. It's coming out in the summer. So they're definitely going to release it. So,
wait, is Superman coming out in the summer too?
Yeah, July 11th.
July, man.
Are they the same? Fantastic Four and Superman?
I heard that Fantastic Four was going to release around the same time because they want to be assholes, and that's hilarious. Yeah. But yeah, they want to like they always usually do that. They usually like release these in the same time, like Aquaman released during the same time as another Marvel movie. Marvel released their shit in the same time. I don't know. So yeah, it is. We'll see, but I wouldn't be surprised if they release something. But I think Fantastic Four for sure is coming out. So we'll have to wait and see.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, shit, for our first podcast back, you know, saying that we were gonna keep it pretty easy and simple and just kind of go through it, an hour and a half. So
We went in.
we did go
Yeah.
in.
We haven't talked to each other like this in a while.
Yeah, we haven't
We
really
get caught
done
up.
much. So it's
And this
been
is tamed. This is tamed
This
because
is
there's definitely more shit.
Yeah.
oh, there's
This is definitely more
Way
shit.
more.
way more.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we'll talk about all of that stuff. So I'm actually gonna watch Venom 3 and Craven and all that. So we, you know, when all of us watch it, we'll definitely do.
I will watch Creature Commando.
I will watch it too. I will watch that because they said there's a little quick glimpse of the animated version of what we're gonna get as Batman in the live action. So we get to see like a suit of his, I guess.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
At least that's what people were saying. Yeah, because they are connected to this universe, Creature Commando.
Yeah, yeah.
So whatever Batman we see in there is probably how
And
we're
the
gonna
animated characters that are in Creature Commando, they're actually going to be in the live actions.
Right? Yeah.
So
Which is pretty awesome.
yeah.
So.
So all the actors and actresses who play it are going to be in live action at some point. So yeah, that's gonna be cool. I'm definitely gonna watch Creature Commando. I gotta watch a lot of stuff. I gotta watch What If. I gotta watch Creature Commandos. I gotta watch Craven, Venom 3.
You finished Penguin?
I did finish Penguin. That's the one thing that I did finish.
I did not.
So
Damn.
honestly, what you didn't?
No.
Oh, Shane, watch it.
I
Damn.
have not made the time.
Shane, watch it.
Yeah.
Watch it. I think if we could watch it by the next, like, if we could watch all that kind of stuff, or like a few things, like, I think we should give each other a few goals. Let's give it, because it's too much. It's too much for everyone to watch everything else at once. What should we watch? I think let's say 3 things, right? Because then the next, because I don't know if there's going to be like a lot of news in between now and next week. So if we do next week, let's do a full review episode. Where we'll do like 3 reviews. We'll do 3 full reviews. I think one should be the Penguin. We can definitely break down and talk about the Penguin. And then let's talk about maybe 2 more, and then maybe some small pieces of news. But like, let's kind of like agree that if we haven't watched these 3 things, we should watch those 3 things.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Penguin for sure. So Shane, you got to finish Penguin.
Creature Commando.
Creature Commando. Is that done?
Yeah.
I
I think it's
so,
done.
yeah.
It's done.
I think it's done.
So I'll watch Creature Commando because I gotta watch that. I haven't even started it. So Creature Commando, Penguin, those are 2 shows. Do we want to do a movie?
I don't think
I
Venom 3 connects to anything anymore after the situation with Craven.
I haven't seen
Because
Creature. So I don't
at
know.
first they were planning to do Null as the main bad villain for the Sony universe, but now that they're saying they're scrapping everything there, it's like I don't know.
100% probably. So do we want to do a movie, or do we want to stick to shows and we just do Penguin, Creature Commandos, and What If?
Yeah, well, I've seen What If, so that one I can knock it off my list. So that'll be easier.
Okay, fine. So we'll do next week. We'll just do shows.
Yeah.
And then the week after we do movies.
We could do movies.
Yeah, 'cause
So that'll give me
I
more
didn't
time
see
to
What If
actually
yet,
watch the
yeah.
movies. Yeah. I haven't seen Creature Commandos and What If, but I've seen the Penguin. So I
Creature
can watch
Commando
those
is
2.
probably gonna be an easy one to binge. The
What If
Penguin's
will-
gonna take me a while to finish.
Yeah, What If is going to be easy for me. Creature Commando is probably
Yeah.
going to be easy, but yeah, I can definitely finish those.
Okay.
We'll do that, and then the week after, if we haven't seen it, we can probably just go for Venom 3, Craven, and I think.
And I think by then, I don't know when the Falcon movie's coming out. Is that in February? I think it's in February.
I think it is in February. It's middle February too.
Oh, okay. Never
Yeah,
mind
and
then.
I gotta find some way that I'm actually gonna even be able to see that. So I don't know. I might just have to watch a non HD version.
Like,
We'll
Yeah.
have to see. We'll see. We'll get there. But yeah, let's aim for those 2 movies at least, and then we'll talk about that in another episode. But for now, next week we'll do those 3 reviews, and then if any like new news or something comes up that we can talk about with that, we'll do that. So.
Mhm.
All right, guys, that was our episode. Guys, it's good to be back. I missed everyone.
Yes.
It's really, really good.
Yes.
I love talking to you guys. It like, I've realized how much fun I have talking about, all this comic stuff and all that stuff. So
Just to nerd out. Yeah.
to nerd
Well,
out,
anyone to
man.
talk to
I don't
about it.
have
I
anyone
mean,
to nerd out.
that was the whole reason we started the show.
Yeah.
because we had no one else to talk to us about.
Yeah, so it feels good. It feels good. It is good. I enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. And we'll be back next week. We'll review and we'll stamp our comic nerd approval on all of that stuff. So take it easy, guys. Have a great rest of your night. Have a great weekend. And we'll see you hopefully on the next episode. See you later, guys. Take it easy.